Oi, oi, my drillas. It's your geezer, Big Dotty Cow here, back with a brand new video where today is going to be some positive talk about Warlock. Now, I'm not just going to be head over heel, like, oh yay, they fixed demonology. I am going to give as much honest criticism as I can. For I'm going to warn you, overall positive here. So without further ado, let's get into it and discuss the new demonology changes for the War Within. We're going to ignore the affliction stuff and get right into demonology. So it's a talent position change, another talent position change, okay. Blood Invocation, this is looking cool. Cooldown of Power Siphon is reduced and Power Siphon increases the damage of Demon Bolt by an extra 20%. Beautiful, beautiful. That's gonna help with the core economy a little bit more, which is gonna be very much needed with the nerf to Dreadstalkers now being only a 35% chance to give you a demonic core, which really ought to have a reversion if I'm honest. Someone called Dreadstalkers, that's now got a different position on the tree. Carnivorous Stalkers also moved. Cavitation removed. Big W. Get rid of some of this crit reliance because it's not fun. RNG with crit, not fun. Demoniac, which gives you Demon Bolt and the demonic cores, that's on a different spot on the tree now. Demonic Brutality, unfortunately, like, it's not ideal. It's great that they've just flat out removed the rank 2 and it's only a rank 1, so there's less reliance on crit, but I think that crit reliance is still going to be a bit too strong. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. I don't think talent should, you know, revolve around crit so hard, especially when I'm fairly certain in PvP you can't get the value of that crit. So yeah, sorry, just my neck. Demonic Calling position moved. Cool. Demonic Strength position moved. What I'm really hoping for is that Bile Scourge and Demonic Strength are not choice nodes to each other anymore. However, I bet that's not the case. Doom stuff, big buff to Doom. Cool. Yep. Cool. Then Doom Eternal. Demonic Cores reduce the duration of Doom by an additional 2 seconds. When Doom is removed, the cooldown is reset. So as you know, Doom, you can press this once for 30 seconds, and as you press demonic cores, you're more likely to bring it out. So you don't have to spam play as degenerate as it is this season. It's really not fun. But yeah, I think this will be quite interesting. Like there's more power in the Warlock and less in the Demons, which I'm a little bit unhappy about. But talent later, the Pact of the Erebruin is pretty cool, well, good one. The nerf to Dread Calling, removing the rank 2. I don't think that's the move. I'd like to see maybe a crit talent removed so that we could get 2 ranks of Dread Calling on this, as I do feel like Dreadstalkers have been very underwhelming this whole season. But okay. Dreadlash, talent position changed, okay. Dread Calling's changed as well. Fell Invocation no longer affects Vile Fiend. Now, I would be like, what? But there's some changes to Vile Fiend which make me not bothered by this. Fell Sunder, talent position change. Felon Steel, removed. That's okay, but it does annoy me that there are crit talents which have stayed in the game, like Cavitation. Actually, no, Cavitation got removed. Memory. Yeah, Cavitation got removed. But there are some other crit talents, like, what's the Demonic Brutality, that's staying in, but Felon Steel is getting removed. I mean, to be honest, I don't think this should exist as a talent anyway, because that just screams, oh, we haven't designed your Fel Guard properly. So, I'm happy to see something like that go. Fiendish Ablation. Damage dealt by GFG is increased by 10%. and you gain a demonic core when GFG ends. Lovely. I mean, personally, I'd just say buff GFG by 10% and then make the talent only the demonic core thing, but whatever. That works. Very cool. Heavy-handed increased attack speed of your primary demon removed. Like I say, I'd rather have this in than and a lot of these crit modifiers, but okay, not the end of the world. Like I've said with many of these talents, like if this really needs to exist as a talent, then perhaps you should have designed the ability as a base better. Increase the attack speed of your Dreadstalkers by 10% and critical strike by 15%. It's removed the rank 2. Very nice. However, the rank 2 wasn't affected by the crit strike, and it was the attack speed of the Dreadstalkers. So that's a bit sad. But your Carnivorous Stalkers procs are, yeah, I'm sad to see that they're probably going to be affected a bit more. But it is what it is, to be honest. Carnivorous Stalkers might be like the only RNG I'm like, you know what, not mad about it. So Foulmouth, this is the stuff that I'm getting excited about. Valfiend damage increase, and your Valfiend's Bile-Spit now applies Wicked Maw. What Wicked Maw does, I'm not 100% sure, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Grimoire Felguard, position's changed. Imp Gang Boss, rank 2 has been removed. Great. So, very boring RNG talent anyway. I wouldn't be annoyed if this got completely removed from the game. In fact, I'd be quite happy. Imperator, increase the crit chance of your Wild Imp's Felbolt by 15%. Yeah, I think this one's just too RNG. You've got that many imps and then that many, like, flip of the coins for every imp. Is just, nah. Not happy about that. Impending Doom. Increase damage Doom by 30% and Doom generates Soul Shard upon expiration. So this just sounds like they've taken away some of the functionality of Doom and put it in a talent. Not overly happy about that. Implosion's had a talent position change. Improved demonic tactic. Here's what we're talking about, like the crit chance stuff. Very, very not fun. I would like to see something like this go. Infernal Command, that's been removed, yet these crit chance talents are staying in. That's not okay. Like, the aura damage buff is much better than the crit chance modifiers. So, yeah, not happy about that. Inner Demons, talent position changed. Malefic Impact. Now, this one shocked me. So, the crit chance increase on Imp stayed in the game, but the Hand of Gul'dan damage got removed. Like, the thing I liked about this talent is at least there was some permanence with the increase in damage, but the crit chance, nah. Not a big fan. I think Demonology has way too many crit chance nodes. And I'm annoyed that some of the more reliable talents are being removed. Not too happy about this. And I must say, I actually find it quite cool to have Hand of Gul'dan higher on my meters than it ever has been. Right. Mark of Fahag and Mark of Shatug. So Fahag, this is the exciting stuff. So basically, your summon Valfiend now becomes Fahag from the Untaurus raid. He's the big red dog. Learns Infernal Presence. Cloaking the ever-burning flames of the abyss. Deal fire damage to all enemies 10 yards every second. So this is going to be your Mythic Plus Valfiend. Very cool. I am looking forward to this. As those of you who watch my stream know, I do like to mess around and play some Valfiend builds. May even do some today just to spice things up, you know. But yeah, I do love playing with Valfiend, so this is going to be a very welcome addition. Mark of Shatug becomes Shatug for Shadowy dog. Tooth and Claw drenched malignant shadow magic, causing Gloomhound melee attacks to deal percentage power shadow damage over 6 seconds. So you get a dot. And I do think that this will be the go-to single target raiding Vile Fiend. And I'm guessing these two are choice nodes. So yeah, there's very clearly one solid for AoE and one solid for single target. Very much looking forward to playing around with these. So Pact for Arid Ruin, when Doom expires, you summon a Doom Guard. Guaranteed chance, does the damage. I'm fine with this. It's much better than how it works currently. So, yeah, I'm happy. Pact for Imp Mother, rank 1 has been removed. It's still, like, very much feeding into Demonology's heavy RNG. But, you know what? To have more talents freed up to spend elsewhere than to put it all into this will be very nice. But I don't see this getting much play in the future now. I mean, maybe it will, because having more imps is better, but yeah. Power Siphon, positions changed. Reign of Tyranny, positions changed. Rune of Shadows, damage done by your pets, reduce cast time Shadow Bolt, increase damage by 40%. I know it's reliable, but my god, I don't want this in the game. I don't want Shadow Bolt talents. Get rid of Shadow Bolt. Sacrifice Souls, I do believe this is the nerfed version. Talent positions changed. I hope it gets reverted and stronger again. Shadow Invocation, changed. Now, Shadow's Bite being removed. I've got a lot to say about this, actually. I'm quite annoyed that this is gone. Now, why is it gone? Because I think it's gone because someone said, oh, I don't really play around this talent, so I think this should be removed. And Blizzard saw that feedback and were like, okay, and removed it. Now, as someone who does play around this talent, I'm quite unhappy to see this go. This is another part of the Demonology skill ceiling which is, well, gone. And sure, I don't include it in my guides to play around Shadow Bite, as it's min-maxy as hell. You're only getting a couple demon bolts that are really juiced from this. But nevertheless, I am very annoyed to see this go. I really hope that they don't get rid of this, but does seem like they're hell-bent on killing a Demon Bolt playstyle and forcing Shadow Bolt playstyles, which is very unfortunate, but okay. Shadowcaster, this annoys me. Increase Hog damage by 20% and Demon Bolt damage by 10%, removed. Yet they're doing talents for Shadow Bolt and loads of crit talents. That annoys me. Yeah. No, I'm just annoyed that Shadow Bite's going. I really think this is a bad decision. And I think this is all brought about from not the greatest feedback. I'll put it that way. Like, nothing against other people for trying. It's good that people try, but I don't think removing Shadow Bite is the right move. Shadow Touch. Okay, Wicked Maw. This is the basic Vile Fiend ability from the talent. Was target to take 20% additional shadow damage from all of your demons. So it's like the thingy. It's like the Dreadstalker one, except it's not Shadow Flame. So I'm annoyed that it's not Shadow Flame, because this is like most of your damage will not feed into this, and this is just another thing to be like, oh, Shadow Bolt harder. Make it Shadow Flame. Stop with a ridiculous Shadow Bolt playstyle. If anything, people want Shadow Bolt removed. Soul Strike talent positions changed. Okay. Spiteful Constitution changed. Tyrant. So you're gonna see in a minute, yeah, that Grand Warlock's design has been removed from Demonology. That's because Tyrant is now a basic 1 minute cooldown. Hear me out. This is amazing. Why? Vile Fiend, 30 seconds. Dreadstalkers, 20 seconds. Tyrant, 1 minute. That's good sync. Everything syncs there. Grimwrath Gods, 2 minutes. That's also synced. Everything is synced now, and that feels amazing. This is one of Demo's biggest problems, in my opinion. I feel it's way too janky, and to have it changed like this, really good. Very happy about this. This is I think a massive W. I would like to see Reign of Tyranny and Demonic Tyrant uncapped for how many demons you can empower, as like BFA and Shadowlands playing with that massive army was very fun. Tyrant still feels like a very underwhelming cooldown, even if it does do big damage, which, believe me, I've played some builds where you can still get a decent bit of damage out of the Tyrant in my spare time. Not as much as it used to be, of course. It's just the fact that you don't extend like that big of an army, and even while your Tyrant's up, you see some of your demons despawning. That doesn't feel good. So I'd like to see like it being returned to its former glory, if I'm honest. Summon Vile Fiends, now 30-second cooldown. Amazing, as I mentioned. Expendables, talent position change, that's okay. Now this one I like. Houndmaster's Gambit. Dreadstalkers deal 50% increased damage while your Vile Fiend's active. I think this is great. This is putting more power back into Dreadstalkers, and I'd like to see Dreadstalkers, you know, rise to the top again. Very much excited to see this. And of course, Dreadstalkers will be casted after your Vile Fiend in a rotation, so this is going to flow very nicely. Very much looking forward to this. Yeah, that's a good talent to add. Umbral Blaze. This is the most boring demonology talent. I'm glad it's now a 1 ranker, but happy to see that go as well. Stratagem. As I've mentioned, it's the Shadow Flame one. Yeah. Talent position changed. Oh well. So, that's everything for Demonology. The rest is Destruction. And then there was some stuff about Affliction, but I'm not going to cover that here. I'm the Demonology guy, okay? So, my thoughts on these talents before I go and look on the dev notes. I think a lot of these are amazing. I really love the interactions with Vile Fiend and the Dreadstalkers coming back into play a bit more. Very much excited to be summoning the Fellhounds of Sargeras instead of a Vile Fiend. Very thematically cool. And a very nice change of pace. I like that we're gonna have a more Vile Fiend centric build, which is something I've been trying out and having fun with personally anyway. And yeah, so that's going to be great. I do have a bit of a gripe though. Some of these talents which are just basic, oh, we increase the damage, oh, crit chance, or something like Umbral Blaze. A lot of the stuff that I've been quite annoyed that have stayed in the game, I think could be removed to either allow for one or two things, yeah. A, bring back the Season 2 Dragonflight Nether Portal stuff. So you got the full juiced out Pit Lord, which will gain more damage based on how well you play. Then you got Nether Portal, then you got Ner'zhul's Volition. Bring that back. Or B, bring in Meta, Falkio's Consumption, Decimating Bolt, Demon Wrath. Some of these old abilities which were really fun in the game. Have it link up. I think would be very, very cool. Could even play around with some sacrificial talents, like, oh, you go into meta, you sacrifice half your demon's life, you Falkio's Consumption, you sacrifice the rest of it for a big bolt. Something like that. I don't know. There's so many possibilities which could be done with this, but I would like to see a sort of meta playstyle come back. And I know someone's currently like, oh, they're never going to bring meta back. Copium. No one cares. Okay, there you go. That is an F I accidentally hit to pay respects for how cringe your comment is. Maybe I should press F to pay respects for how cringe I just was there. Right, anyway. Now I'm going to be looking at the developer notes, which I do think is a bit silly. So, yeah, cool. Cooldown alignment. Yeah, this is another big W. The all your cooldowns sinking. Very nice. Removing all talents that reduce the cooldown of demonology summon abilities, making those in decreases the baseline, so the line in a way that makes sense. Yeah, it's fair enough. They've already removed the skill cap to CDR, so yeah, I'm happy for this. So the varying cooldowns made demonology more convoluted difficulty, especially for new players. I mean, that's not exactly a bad thing. There's plenty of specs in the game for new players, but whatever. This should free up some talent points and require less problem solving when it comes to ensure your cooldowns align. Cool. I like their intention. I don't like that they're going too ham on like just making demonology a spec for new players when you've already got destruction and affliction. Or even better examples, you've already got hunter. Not everything has to be for new players. You gotta realize you do need some specs with a lot more difficulty in the game. Quite a few, in fact. As if you don't really have complex specs, then, you know, some players won't feel like they have full control of their actions, won't really be motivated to play, and you're gonna lose players that way. Demonic Tyrant. We're moving Demonic Tyrant to center for tree. Ooh! When we first set out to design new talent trees, there was an idea we could make Demonic Tyrant an option against abilities such as Nether Portal. That would have been very stupid. However, since Tyrant is so woven into the identity of Demonology and Synergize so well with other options on a tree, it's difficult to have anything else complete. I mean, Metamorphosis is like the most woven into Demonology's identity. So yeah, you know, you could bring back Metamorphosis and have some competition there, Blizzard. But you know what? I like this. Tyrant in the middle, not even a capstone anymore. Great, great, sure. Doom and Valfiend. I like the Valfiend stuff, and you know what? Doom's not too bad. Like I say though, like with Demonology, demon power, please. We're expanding Doom and Valfiend, but offering new talents to customize and upgrade these abilities. We want to ensure that these are competitive options with one another in both single and multiple target situations. So please provide feedback if one of the others quite hitting the mark. Touching mutual hatred, Felguard portion of tree. Want to retain that as passive damage, opt-in for players who prefer that kind of damage profile. Yeah, unfortunately, Blizzard, your biggest mistake is you made that way too powerful at the end of Dragonflight. And while this is the great new player section of the tree, you made it so it was the only option for more experienced players. Like, your design in Season 1 of Dragonflight made this spec very accessible to new players. Unfortunately, you just went too ham and started watering the spec down too far. Yeah? Way too far. And unfortunately, I guess some people went a bit silly and saw, oh, the top players are playing Nether Portal, so I have to play Nether Portal without really feeling too experienced. They were the newer players themselves and didn't take the Felguard passive damage option, which was still very competitive at the time. And it's led to unnecessary hate towards Nether Portal. And so I do think Nether Portal was fine. Like, cut me out for what I'm saying. But Nether Portal was fine. You had this passive opt-in, which has unfortunately become mandatory at the moment. But when it was a passive opt-in, it was still competitive with Nether Portal. You could still play very well as a demo lock with it. And, yeah, it meant that Nether Portal was never a problem. Come on. Demonic Cores. So, this one gets me annoyed. Our goal with reigning in demonic core economy is to bring demonology closer to affliction and destructions in terms of mobility. I'm going to dissect this sentence right here. If you want to bring demonology closer to affliction in terms of mobility, then increase the demonic core cap to 6 and bring back all of our old demonic core talents. Literally every single one of them. Yeah? Yeah? You need more demonic cores to bring us closer to affliction. If I'm playing my warlock and I want some more mobility, I'm going affliction. And if I'm in AoE scenarios, I'm going destruction. Because guess what? I get to move while spamming Rain of Fire. Who would have seen that one coming? Yeah, I know. Crazy. And destruction itself, fairly mobile. If you're not spamming snot rockets, which you do. Don't make a joke out of that. I think, sure, make channel Demon Fire, like, cast while moving. I could see a reasonable answer for Destro being locked in place. Chaos Bolt's meant to be this big, bring it in, big hitting spell. Just like Tyrant, you know? So, I understand. But Affliction, come on. The mobility on that thing is... Yeah. I think this sentence is incredibly out of touch. I really do think so. I feel like currently I'm getting much more mobility out of Affliction and Destruction. Yeah. So... Yeah. Nah, let's be a bit more sensible with these notes. Warlocks provide powerful utility and have access to incredible survivability and mobility, and it's usually been their weakness for it. In exchange for these strengths. However, we are watching discussions happening across the community and thinking through feedback as it comes in. Well, clearly not, as there's quite a lot of us actively protesting against the demonic core changes. So I'd prefer if you actually, you know, take the cotton out your ears and listen to us talking about demonic cores. We want more, okay? And if that means you have to buff the mobility of Affliction and Destruction, then go for it. But buff every caster ability. It'll be more fun. People will like the game more if you buff the mobility. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, a powerful utility. I do agree. We do have powerful utility. It's of course, Demonic Circle, very nice for us. Demonic Gateway, very great for raids. Soulwell for Healthstones, also nice. That's our raid buff. Amazing. Honestly, yeah, like, sure. We can't off-heal anyone. Fairs. We can combat res, but usually use Soulstone as a pre-res, but when Savior exists, yeah, you could probably get away with combat resing. But yeah, Soulstone, probably the most versatile combat res in the game. Probably not the greatest to use in the middle of combat, but quite a versatile spell. Very, very good. And of course the Summoning Closet. Honestly, I wouldn't be averse to like bringing back a guild perk and being like, create a Summoning Closet. Give that spell to everyone. It would be fair. It would be fair, you know. But yeah, no, I do admit, Warlocks do have some very insane utility to bring. And for their defensives, yeah, they're quite nice. I'm gonna be honest, I've been feeling a lot tankier on a lot of my ults, but that's a discussion for another day. This is already a very long video, and I've got to say, anyone who's still watching, thank you very much. Great people. Right, Abyssal Dominion, what's ahead? Diabolish Tree redesigned Abyssal Dominion, focusing on the potency of Demonic Tyrant Infernal. W. I'm gonna give a heads up that everything, repair, destruction, future build, avatar destruction. Yeah, okay. So ignore the destruction bit and just focusing on demo. It's gonna make Tyrant stronger. Bringing Tyrant back, we want that. I like Tyrant being weaker than Shadow Bolt sucks. So seeing big Tyrant damage again, very much looking forward to it. Honestly, these past 2 seasons have been seasons of misery, and I think they're doing a really good job in addressing demonology and bringing it back more to a state as it was in BFA and Shadowlands, which was much more fun times to play as it is currently. Of course, it would be very nice to have either Metamorphosis or Nether Portal, as those have been the most fun times of demonology that I've ever played. And I would like to see that coming back in full force. Blizzard, if you do it, I'll be eternally grateful. And I think many other Warlocks will be very happy and will be far more inclined to play the game. But you know what? I think the changes done here today, I'm going to give it a pass. I think this is good for the future of demonology. I'm hopeful we're gonna return to a haste mastery spec. I know we've got all this crit reliance, but because Tyrant is now becoming a thing again, haste mastery, let's go. I will be excited to play haste mastery demo again. Anyway, very lengthy video. As I said, thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. If you have any comments to discuss, go for it down below. Talk to me about what you think about demonology, or anything else. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care.